Hey friends, welcome back. It is your host here bringing you some serious pro-level shortcuts so you can stop drowning in editing and start getting views across every single platform. Repurposing your existing long-form YouTube content to places like Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook is quite honestly the single most effective growth hack you will use this year. If you are already putting in the hard work to create great long-form videos and you are not slicing them up for other socials, you are leaving thousands of clicks, views, and potential followers on the table. Today, I am going to walk you through exactly how I turn one YouTube video into multiple short, engaging hits, including the 15-second YouTube Shorts trick. We are going to look at smarter ways to handle your workflow so you do not waste precious time staring at a screen. Stay tuned because this is day 5 of our content creation challenge and you already know we are leveling up our systems today. Let us talk about the 15-second shorts on YouTube because you really do not need to shoot a whole separate 60-second video if your long video already has pure gold in it. YouTube's editor has this fantastic remix feature that literally lets you pull any 15-second slice directly from an existing upload. To do this, go to your video, hit the remix button, click on edit into a short, and then scrub through the timeline to pick the absolute best 15 seconds. You need to pick the exact moment that has the strongest hook, whether that is a laugh, a bold claim, or a massive visual punch. Essentially, you are looking for that tiny segment that just screams, "Watch me." When choosing your 15 seconds, you must prioritize the hook and the payoff because the hook should land in the very first 1 to 3 seconds of that clip. Since you only have 15 seconds, you do not have time to ease in, so you need an attention grabber and a satisfying little finish that makes viewers want to click to the full video. You can change the layout in YouTube's editor too, so if the frame looks a bit weird, just try a couple of layout options until the important part is perfectly centered. That little bit of extra polish makes the clip feel intentional and not just like a randomly chopped segment. Then just add your captions, a short caption line for YouTube, and go ahead and hit upload. If your original video is already public, YouTube will usually accept it fine as a short because it is basically repurposing within the same ecosystem. YouTube really loves it when you keep people on their platform, so this is a great way to boost your reach. Now, let's talk about moving that same moment over to Instagram Reels or TikTok. You will need to change the aspect ratio, usually to 9:16 for mobile vertical, and then zoom in to center your face or key visual so it fits nicely. When you zoom, keep a close eye on the framing to make sure you do not crop out any important gestures or text overlays. Both TikTok and Instagram are pretty forgiving, but the video still needs to feel tight and professional. If you see weird white bars or an awkward crop, just nudge the clip until it fits cleanly in the vertical frame. If you prefer to do more creative edits, that is where mobile editing apps like CapCut really come into play. Start a new project, import a background image if you want a branded frame, and then add your clip as an overlay. Resize it, add borders or text, and trim everything to the perfect length. CapCut's overlay function is brilliant for putting your vertical clip onto a stylized background or syncing it with a trendy sound. For captions, I usually add them manually because auto captions can sometimes be a bit hit or miss. Keep the text short and bold, using 2 lines maximum for that 15-second format. I see a lot of creators doing this manually and spending literally hours on every single video. Here is where I want to drop something useful. If you are repurposing consistently, tools like Vizard can save you days of tedious work. Instead of scrubbing through hours of footage, Vizard's auto-editing feature analyzes your long video and pulls out the most engaging bites for you. It does not just chop randomly, it actually looks for strong hooks, spikes in engagement, and emotional peaks. So while I love mobile editors for creative finishing touches, this tool handles the heavy lifting when your backlog is huge. Another huge time saver is scheduling, which you can either do manually or via automation. You can set how often you want content to go out and let the AI handle publishing for you. That way your account stays active without you having to babysit your posts every single day. The content calendar feature means you can see upcoming posts, edit captions, and manage all platforms in one single place. Compare that to juggling files across your computer, your phone, and 100 different apps. Centralizing your workflow is the key to scaling without burning out. Let us be real about other tools. A lot of free apps are great for single edits, but they just do not scale when you get serious. Some paid services will do auto clips, but they lock them behind expensive enterprise pricing, or they just do not support scheduling across platforms. That is exactly where tools like Vizard stand out, offering automated clip selection plus the workflow features creators actually need. Once your clip is cropped, captioned, and styled, go ahead and post it publicly to your followers. For YouTube Shorts, you can even keep it scheduled or private if you want to test different captions first. Here is a pro tip. Add a tiny call to action in the last 1 to 2 seconds pointing people to the full video. You could say something like, "Full video is linked in the bio," or "Watch the full tutorial on my channel." On Instagram and TikTok, utilize CTAs in the caption just as much as in the clip to keep it short, clear, and conversational. Before we move on, let us address watermark removal, as some of you have asked how to repost clips without that distracting mark. I do not recommend using shady sites that promise perfect removal because some of them degrade the quality or are actually quite risky. Instead, the clean way is to export the original video correctly without the watermark, or to use a community that shares legit workflows. I am dropping a link in the description where my community hangs out, which is where I share deeper tricks and the exact way I manage my reposts. Go join that group if you want the walkthrough and bonus tips, because I will be sharing extra editing templates there too. Let me give you a realistic end-to-end example, such as taking a 10-minute YouTube tutorial. I run it through my automated tool, which gives me 5 suggested viral clips, including a hook, a demo highlight, a tip segment, a reaction, and a CTA. I pick the 2 best clips for my platforms and then tweak the captions for brand aesthetics. Then I schedule them to go out across platforms over the next week so my account stays active. This system essentially turned one long video into an entire week of social content with minimal extra effort. That is honestly how growth compounds over time. Here are a few micro tips I swear by. Always lead with a hook, because if it does not hook in the first 2 seconds, you must trim harder. Use subtitles on every short, as most people watch with the sound off, and keep those subtitles bold and easy to read. Reuse the same clip with different captions and CTAs to test what works, since one clip can perform wildly differently depending on the headline. Batch everything by recording a bunch of long-form videos first, and then batching the repurposing process for an hour or 2. Keep brand consistency by using the same intro or logo placement so people recognize your channel immediately. Finally, do not stress about perfection, because the beauty of repurposing is quantity plus quality. You do not need to reinvent every clip. You just need to deliver value and catch attention. If you are consistently posting, your algorithmic reach will absolutely skyrocket. Alright, that is the walkthrough from remixing a 15-second short to scaling with smart automation. If you found any of these tips helpful, leave a comment below with what new trick you learned today. Also, remember to join my community via the link in the description if you want those download workflows and more templates. See you in day 6, and let us keep making content that actually grows your audience.